Hello, it's so good to have you back again on this channel. I'm so sorry I've not posted for some time. I've been in camp for my NYSC. So today I'll be sharing a tutorial on how you can draft a pattern for your shirt collar. The first thing I did is I'm ruling a straight line on my pattern paper just like you see me do. Then next I'll be measuring the wideness of my neck on my shirt. So I'm placing my shirt so I can show you the area where we'll be measuring out. So this shirt, what is left is just to attach my collar, the sleeves and the button. So this area where I'm showing you now is where you are going to measure on your own shirt if you're making this. So after measuring what I have is 6 inches for the neck width for my front and 6 inches for the neck width for my back. So I'm going to be taking out that measurement on the straight line which I took. Before that, I'll divide the measurement by 2 to get 3 inches for the two sides. So before taking the measurement, I left 0.5 inch from the beginning of my paper. Then I measured 3 inches for the front. Then from the point where I stopped measuring my front measurement, I took the 3 inches measurement for my back. Then I'm labeling this point as A, and the back where the measurement for my back stopped, I labeled it as B. Then that middle area where the 2 points meet, I labeled it as M. So from A, I'm ruling a straight line upwards, which is the reason why I left the 0.5 inch at the beginning of my paper initially. And at B, I'm ruling another straight line upwards. So now I'm going to take these basic measurements. So at A, I'm measuring 1.1 inch upwards. From the 1.1 inch, I'm measuring 2 inches upwards. From the 2 inches, I'm measuring another 1.1 inch upwards. So what we have there is 1.1 inch, 2 inches, and another 1.1 inch upwards. So at the middle area, I'm measuring 0.75 inches upwards. And I'm going to be connecting it with my ruler to get a straight line at that point. 0.75 inches at the middle area. Then at B, I'm measuring 1.1 inch upwards. From that 1.1 inch, I'm measuring another 1.1 inch upwards. So the next measurement I'll take is I'll be taking 2 inches outside the straight line. So what I'm doing now is I'm slanting my measuring tape. I'm not placing it straight. So I measured out 2 inches, slanting my measuring tape, just like you see me do. Now I'm going to be connecting that 2 inches outside the straight line to the second 1.1 inch at B, just like I'm doing right now. After that, I'll be connecting all my points together. So from the middle area, from the bottom area of the middle, I connected to the first 1.1 at B. Then from that area where I measured 0.75 at the middle, I'm connecting to the second 1.1 at B. Then at A, from the first 1.1 at A, I'm connecting to the middle where I have 0.75 at my middle area. So at that point where they all meet, I'm making a curve because that point is not supposed to be straight. Then from the 2 inches at A, which I measured, I'm going to connect it to the second 1.1 at B. Please just watch closely here so you understand what I'm doing. Then from the second 1.1 at A, I'm connecting to the 2 inches which I took outside the line at B. Hope we understand this. Then finally, the last measurement I'll be taking here is I'll be taking 1 inches measurement outside. From that point where I have 1.1 at B, I'm measuring 1 inches measurement outside. So after measuring the 1 inches, I'm just going to make a curve to connect the second 1.1 at B to that 1 inches which I measured. You will notice that I measured that 1 inches measurement at the point where I have 1.1 at B. That's the first 1.1 at B. Please just watch this closely, you understand it. After this, I'm going to be cutting out my pattern. Please watch how I'm cutting it out. Hope we understand it to this point. You can actually go back and watch again if you find this confusing. This is actually very easy, and once you know these basic measurements, all you need to do is just get your neck width for the front and back for any shirt you're making, and you can make a collar for anyone. So now I'm cutting it out, as you can see. And again, I have another video on how to do this, but the video is long, so I thought I should make something short so that you can quickly go through the video and understand. But that video contains how I attached my collar and did everything to the shirt, so If you want something that is more explanatory, you can watch the old video that I have on this. So now I'm folding my fabrics into two first. First I folded into two, then again I folded to get 4 folds. So the next thing I'll do is place my pattern on the fabrics. So as you can see, I'm going to be cutting these fabrics on fold. This pattern, I'm placing it and I'll be cutting the fabric. So which was why I divided my initial measurement by 2 inches, the 6 inches I had for my front and back neck width. Why I divided it by 2, because I'll be cutting these fabrics on fold. So now I'm pinning down my pattern to my fabrics using pin. So watch closely how I placed my pattern. The area that looks like it's curved, I I placed it on my fabrics at the area of my fabrics that is open. So the area that looks a little bit straight, I placed it on the unfold end of my fabrics. So as you can see, just watch how I placed it. Then I added 0.5 inch sewing allowance all around my pattern with a yellow chalk. I don't know if you can see it, but you can just see that the fabrics I cut out is wider than the pattern I placed on it. That is because that 0.5 inch is going to serve as my sewing allowance. So now I'm cutting it out, and after cutting, this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead, remove the pins, then open up the fabric so you see what it looks like. So for each of my pattern, I have 2 fabrics for each. This is because one is going to serve as the facing for each of the pattern of the fabrics. So this is what it looks like at the end of the day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Kindly subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. I'd love to see you again. If this is your first time of coming, you're welcome. And please drop a comment. We're actually learning together, so that I can also learn from you as well. Thank you. See you next time in my next video. Bye.